we've done some CSI one-off cross-platform stunts that have been fairly successful. I think the most successful one we did for CSI New York was involving CSI New York with Second Life with a Cisco tie-in. The great thing about Cisco, I know there's a whole thing at 5:30, Cisco came on and said, so we'll give you a check for mid-six figures if you have 2 on-air appearances for the Cisco Telepresence Center, with the stipulation that you would actually put Cisco in another platform, and that was the online component. It was really the first time in my 10 years of being involved in CSI that a company has demanded to have it on air, but wouldn't cut a check unless you had a secondary platform, which is pretty amazing. So what we did was we actually baked in the narrative of First Life, which was CSI New York with Gary Sinise, and then had him go into Chase a Killer in Second Life. And we built out a whole online component. We built a platform of Second Life that was CSI New York's skin. We had to go to the Cisco Telepresence Center in Second Life online to play, blogs by Zuicker and go ahead and chase killers. But we really had 15 million people going from the broadcast and saying, hey, you're all about to do a whole Second Life party sponsored by CBS and Second Life and CSI New York. And we really stuck with that for probably a year. And we had about 35,000 people that logged in and created avatars that night, and about 4,000 avatars a day for a year. The problem was the navigational ability to go through Second Life was so incredibly difficult for the masses that it just didn't catch, and people weren't choosing Second Life over Facebook and MySpace. So apparently it just ended up dying. That's the CBS version of it. This is sort of like, that's kind of like the short-term success and it's on hold. Whereas Ghost Whisperer, they built over the course of time and really got into it, which is fantastic because we're both in the same team. The Digi-Novel is a bit different. It's not a CBS-sponsored product. What that is I wanted to write a crime novel that had the ability to read the book cover to cover, Level 26 Dark Origins, but also with the Digi-Novel aspect, have the opportunity for every 25 pages to log into a website, enter a code, and unlock a 5-minute scene that I'd write and direct that would continue the story from one chapter to another. So it's kind of like getting a movie interstitially inside the book. They built a full-blown social community called Level26.com by Miles and Greg from Equal, EQAL, the creators of Lonely Girl 15. So we launched a novel, a movie, and a social community all wrapped into one at the same time last September. The ironic thing is we sold about 20,000 copies domestically, which is good, not great, but internationally it's become a huge bestseller. So I don't know if it's just, I guess, on the international tip or what the story is, but it's done fairly well over there. And now with the iPad coming out, I got my iPad last Friday, and I haven't agreed to get one because they're way too much fun. It probably caused myself to get divorced pretty quickly. Kidding. But it's really so much fun, and we're going to launch the app for Level 26 Dark Origins for the iPad, and Dark Prophecy coming out in October for the iPad, and the iTouch, the iPhone, the Nook, iPhone, and launching everything at one time. So it should be fun.